by hook or by crook, you are giving a coaching session. So here we are. So here's a quick demo. And I'm logged in as Himina Lee, who's a coaching director, and she's doing a classroom walkthrough with a transformer in the district who's a teacher named Hazel Carone. If I wanted to go and do a quick overview of my coaching relationship with Hazel Carone, I could click through this link here. I'm not going to do that right now. The overarching settings for this coaching session are here under this session. So under engaged in, we have a set of different types of activities, coaching activities that we engage in. And here you can see what we have set up are observation debriefs, one-to-one planning sessions, and classroom walkthroughs. Right now, we're doing a classroom walkthrough. And what that means is that here in the data entry fields, in the text fields, we have only 3 out of a possible 4. We have feedback, we have agreements, next steps, and we have private coaching notes. This template application icon, the little pencil with the note, says apply template. Warning, will append text. So if I remove the text here, you can see if I click it, it'll add what we've agreed upon setting up this coaching activity is our template that we want to use to organize the coaching. And any field that has this icon has that set up for it. If you have an idea for a standard metric that you would like to use, talk to your manager or email me, Paul. All right, so back to this session. Coachee role. So we're doing classroom walkthrough with Hazel Carone as a transformer, as opposed to as a teacher, as an instructional coach, etc. And as a transformer, they have a set of, here on the right, the coaching frameworks that we've set up for ROCAs, for transform agents, for our transformation network. And we can see it has different pieces. And here under facilitates adult learning, you can see that we have 3, this icon with a 3 tells me that, already selected. So this conversation we're having is about action-driven coaching conversations and culturally responsive coaching and coaching impact. So Hazel Carone must have some coaching coming up that we're going to work on. I can select and deselect these items as I please, and that just saves automatically. And there's a badge for each group that I click under to tell me what framework items have been marked as pertinent to this coaching session. All right, so back here on the left under this session, we have where the coaching session is happening. You can enter an area, or you can enter something that's pertinent to the coaching session, like remotely in person. When the coaching session is happening, there's a date, there's a little pop-up for the date, and there's a time control that says when the session started and when the session ended. And those are in 24-hour time, and I'm sorry about that. Alrighty, we have recent agreements, next steps, and if there were recent agreements or next steps from previous coaching sessions, from the more recent coaching session with Hazel Carone, that would show here. We have a control for goals. These are Hazel Carone's goals that Hazel has defined for themselves, which is what they're working on now. And we can select one or more of these by clicking on them. We can also get more information. So we can see student achievement is under assess, reflect, adjust. And student achievement has this description. And we can do that by mousing over these icons for more information. We have attachments, and attachments are links that are attached to a coaching session in some pertinent way. So it could be a resource that we discussed. It could be something that we want to, something that we've captured, like a photograph of a room if we're doing a walkthrough. But again, these are hyperlinks, so we'll need to enter. You can copy and paste the hyperlink of a picture. You can copy and paste the hyperlink of a document, whatever it is, but it has to be a web-based uh, a web-based link, and it can have a title, and then we add it, and it shows up in a list of attachments here, which we could then delete, or we can open up to make sure it goes to the right place. That it does. Alrighty, back to the top. So our action buttons are here on the upper right. The minus button only appears until we've sent the session to the coachee. So once Jimena is finished with the details of the session and submitted it to Hazel, Jimena won't be able to delete it anymore. Here's a save button, save for later. This forces a save and returns to the home screen. Lastly, this button here on the right says send this session to the coachee. So we would submit that to Hazel, and Hazel will get a notification the next time Hazel logged in here that there was a coaching session to reflect on. So that is editing a coaching session in all its gory details. Hope that was useful and not too much. You may want to open this up in a browser and follow along in the user interface to get the most out of this. Alrighty, thank you.